Hi! Today we are going to make a template for our vocabulary for the key terms that we're going to start with in geometry. In your 5-section notebook, turn to the 4th section. Right now there should be nothing in that section. We're going to just set up the template for recording the definitions and what these key terms look like, which we're going to do tomorrow. In the first page, you're going to take this page and you're going to fold it in half vertically. You can line it up with the perforated edge. You can line this edge up with the spirals. It doesn't matter any way you want. Just make sure that at the bottom this edge isn't coming off it down here, or this one's not too short, but that it lines up. And once you have it lined up, I line mine up with the spirals. I'm going to crease it to make an edge. So now your first page is folded in half. With the second page, the page behind this one, you're going to take that page and you're going to line its edge up with the edge of that folded line. And make sure that's nice and straight by making sure that the top edge up here is lined up with the edge right behind it. So now we have this first page was folded in half, and this second page, maybe 2 inches was folded over. Make sure you have a nice crease on both those folds because now we're going to cut them. So I'm going to unfold this one here and cut along that crease really carefully so I make sure it's nice and straight. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. So I just cut the first half off. I'm going to do the same thing now with this second page that I folded. So I folded this page to meet where that cut is. I'm going to now fold along that crease. Again, doing so carefully so it's a nice straight edge so it looks nice and neat. Okay. So now I've cut this part off. So your notebook should now look like this. It has this first page, which is a half a page. And if I were to fold that over, my next page would be, maybe 3/4 of the page, and then the page behind it is back to a full page. I now want to find what is the middle of the page in this direction. So where's the middle? You might choose to cut right to the the middle hole here. I'm going to count the spirals to find the middle one. So we're sort of like finding the median. I'm going to count from the edges and see which is the middle spiral. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, moving my finger in one spiral with each count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then I have 1 in the middle, and that's going to be the 17th. And actually, it does line up perfectly with this middle hole, so if you want to just cut to that middle hole, that's fine. From this middle hole, I'm going to follow the line that cuts right in the middle of it, and I'm going to, at the same time, take the top 3 pages, so the one that's in half, the one that's 3/4, and then the one full one behind it, and I'm going to cut along that blue line that's going to hit right in the middle of this hole. So that's going to look like I follow that line down and then I cut along it. And I'm now cutting the middle layer, so I'm cutting 2 pieces at the same time. Now in this last layer, 3 pieces at the same time. And I'm going to go all the way to the spiral. So I went all the way through the hole here. And you want to go all the way to the spiral so that you can do this and fold, half of it back. Okay. So now your template should look like this. You have 2 of the half pieces, 2 of the 3/4, and then 2 of the full. So we have 6 tablets all together. I'm going to leave this top left one blank, and in my top right one, at the bottom of this tablet, I'm going to write point. P P-O-I-N-T, all in capital letters, and I'm going to put a box around it. Point. Like that. And that's where I'm going to, in this box is where I'm going to put all of my information for points. On my second layer, this one down here, so again, I'm leaving this top one blank for now, so I can just flip that one behind. And I'm done with point, so I can flip this one behind. I now have my 2 layers that are 3/4 lengths. On the left one, at the bottom, I'm going to write line, L-I-N-E, and I'm going to again put a box around it so that it looks like that. You don't want it too big because we have a lot of information to fit up here. The one on the right, I'm going to put plain, P-L-A-N-E, and I'm going to put a box around it too. So now you have line and plain. Point was already done earlier. We're now done with these two for the template. We can fold them back. I now have 2 half pieces that are the full size of the page. And at the bottom on the left, I'm going to write line segment, L-I-N-E, space S-E-G-M, segment, M-E-N-T, and put a box around that. So it now looks like this. And on the right side, at the bottom, I'm going to put Ray, R-A-Y, and put a box around that. So this last page looks like this. So if I put all the pages back up to the top, it will look like this. Blank up here, point, line, plain, line segment, and Ray. On this blank one, what we're going to write, and you can write this in cursive, in all capitals, however you want to make it look nice, we're going to write key vocabulary for geometry. Key vocabulary for geometry. These, especially these first 3, point, line, and plane, are really the foundation of what geometry is built upon. So it's important that we first start with these key terms so we can then build upon them. You have now created the template, and tomorrow we're going to fill in what point looks like, how we name it, and such things like that.